Have you taken a few meme coin losses in a row? Are you still struggling to become profitable? Or maybe you've just had one massive loss that's eclipsed all of your wins? Well, this video is definitely going to help you. I'm going to show you exactly how to cope with your losses. I'm going to show you a few strategies you can use to stop many of them actually happening again. Nobody ever talks about it, but losing money with meme coins is a massive part of it, even if you're a successful trader. And with my 20 years of trading experience, I'm going to give you some great tips here. So I'm going to use some random charts as an example. This one is Baby Peanut, and this launched a few days ago. Typical chart of something that's a newer launch, derivative play, pumps really hard. This one got to over 20 million and has completely died off. Who knows if it's going to recover again? That's not the point of this video. The point is, let's zoom back a couple of days. You were seeing the chart go up like this. And let's say you saw a bit of a pullback and you bought at 15 million. Nothing wrong with that. It's a perfectly valid place to buy. So let's get onto a 5-minute chart and illustrate that in more detail. So once you've bought back in at, let's say, the 15 million level, what do you do then? Well, you're looking for an uptrend to form. And there was a beginning of an uptrend forming here. You got a bit of a higher low here. So something's starting here. So this is the first thing. As your low there, the structure low there broke down, you will very likely have sold out to the position. If not there, then much lower down. But my first tip for you is don't worry about taking losses. It's part and parcel of it. You should cut losses quickly. Cut losses quickly, especially on newer coins. Older ones you don't have to worry about, but newer ones, they're more likely to go up and down like that. The older ones that are more established, they're not going to suddenly dump down from 20 to 2 million. It's going to be a slow, gradual fall, if anything. So with these ones, either have an automatic stop loss or make sure you're watching the chart carefully in case the trade is not working out in your favor. So that's the first tip. Definitely make sure you cut losses quickly. Second tip, once you've taken that loss and you've seen price dip and it's dipping more and you're thinking, well, okay, it might bounce at 10. Nothing wrong with that. We saw a little bounce here. It might bounce at 5. See a little bounce there at 5 too. Maybe it'll bounce at 2.5. Seen a little bounce there too. Don't just keep trading the same coin that you've taken loads of losses over. Now remember, nearly every single mistake I discuss in this video, I've made. Sometimes more than once. Sometimes more than I want to remember. But this is normal for a trader. We all human beings here. Well, most of us anyway, and obviously you've got AI traders now as well. But basically, don't jump back in. Don't jump back in again and again. Very important. Don't revenge trade to try and make back your loss. Better move on to a completely different coin. There are hundreds of thousands of meme coins launching every single day. You don't have to trade this one constantly. You can trade another one. It's hard though. It's hard, especially if it's one that's been trending and you're like, I still believe it's going to go up, Better just leave it. X out of the page. Don't find that one again and go into a different one. Okay, so what's the next learning point? And before I discuss the next point, I just want to say I really appreciate comments on my videos. Those of you who do comment, you've said really nice things, how the videos have really helped you. Not just my recent ones, but the ones like throughout this year and last year, especially when it comes to meme coin trading. So thank you for that. But for those of you that are newer, make sure you're subscribed. You're going to see regular, good quality content like this. I'm going to share with you some of my best tools, some of my best tips and strategies. Not anything you want to miss if you're serious about meme coin trading. So take a minute, subscribe, turn on notification bell, and definitely hit the like video if you're enjoying the content. So the next tip is when you've taken some losses, even wins actually, but definitely losses, make a note of it. Journal the trade. I do this a lot. Three different ways I could think of that you could do it. You could do it on paper. You could do it on notes like Apple Notes or something like that on your computer. Or even here, you can do it on TradingView charts. So if you click the T button here and just click X anywhere inside here, you can make a note here. Entered at 5 mil, did not bounce, made mistake not to use stop loss, something like that. And just leave the note there and then take a screenshot of this page if you want to. Or if it's something, if it's a coin that you might come back to, well, you shouldn't if you've taken a lot of losses on it, but if you come back to it, you'll always have the note there as well. So definitely learn from the losses. If you're not learning anything, you're going to make the mistake. So basically with mistakes, how it works is you'll make it again and again and again, maybe 6 times, and then you might not make the mistake again. But let's say you made it 2 times and then you made a note. You might only make it once more and then never again. So you're literally cutting down the number of times you're making losses. That's really, really valuable for you as a trader. Because the other problem is, like, for example, this one that ran really well. A lot of people made good gains on this. I personally was trading in this range and then unfortunately pulled out just before the move. Doesn't matter. But the point is, I made a note of that. I actually wrote down some notes to make sure that it doesn't happen again during a range trade. I don't fade it too early. That's a lesson for me. And also, when you're making all of these profits, and you might make a 5x or 10x, it's very easy to hold on to your gains if when you're making losses, you only take a loss of 10 or 20%, 30%. If you're literally top blasting and then holding forever, and some of these coins go all the way back down to like 1 million or 2 million, and you're taking 80-90% losses, it doesn't matter. The wins don't matter. The wins disappeared. You've wasted all of those gains by taking massive losses. The best traders make small losses on meme coins and big gains. So over the long term, they're always going to win. Next point, and it relates to losses but in a different way. This is Lucy. One coin that ran very, very well, ran to 325, now experiencing quite a deep pullback. And the thing is, when it reaches these levels, I mean, it looks like it's probably flagging, but even then, you never know if that's the top. Any of these tops, you never ever know. So some coins will just run to 80 or 100 and then die and never, ever, ever return there again. That's the majority of coins. So when you're taking profits, trade them strategically. Don't hold out for unrealistic gains. Yes, people will post screenshots all over the place, especially on X, YouTube, Instagram, wherever people post things. And basically they'll be like, well, I just held from 1 million and, my position's worth 7 figures now, 6 or 7 figures. That absolutely does happen. It happens on all of these coins. If you go on Top Traders here, you'll see that. But that's not the norm. And some of these traders, if you look at the wallets and stuff like that, they've never ever made gains like that before. Some have made 2 or 3, some have never. And they, I wouldn't call it luck. They've strategically placed their bets and they've placed big positions on some of these. But for most traders, you should be taking profits along the way. You shouldn't just be holding, because once you're in really, really good profits, if you don't take that profit, you're never going to grow your trading account. You could round trip. It's very, very common to see people round trip all of their gains. Now, if you got in at 10 million and it went up to 20, and you didn't sell all of your position, that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm saying if you went from 10 and it went to 200 million and you didn't touch any profits, that requires serious fortitude, let's call it, to do that and not take any profits at all. And it's seriously risky too, because this could go all the way down and you could miss out on some extremely good gains for your account. So stay humble. If you take a big win, don't round trip it. And sometimes when you do take a big win, take that money out of your wallet. So from your Phantom wallet or whatever, take that money out to an exchange or somewhere else, or your bank account or somewhere. So you don't automatically think, oh, I need to place all of these onto brand new meme coins straight away and make even more money. Like, just calm down a little bit. Every day is not going to be great for meme coins. Next. Again, but by the way, this is a good example. This is one very popular. Everybody talking about it on X, touch 100 million, completely died, and now is struggling. And it went down a lot. I think the low was 17, 20 million. I know about this one because I was trying to do some dip buying here just to see if it could push up, because risk reward made sense. Didn't really work out to anything. It's still looking very, very weak. See how it goes. But the point here is, if you've taken losses, like on the way down for any meme coin, and on another meme coin, you go to another meme coin and the same things happened. So 3-4 meme coins in a row, or maybe over a couple of days. Limit your screen time. Get away from the screen. Take longer breaks. Sometimes maybe even take a full half a day or full day. Even though I know that sounds crazy for meme coins. We want to be here every day. Take a full day and don't trade. Take that time. Next tip. There are amazing wallet tracking tools. Like, for example, Cielo. There are many. Like, Cielo is just one of them. And on here, you can watch what big wallets are doing. You can watch what they're buying, what they're selling. You can spend years following all of these wallets and every single trade and have all these notifications on. Don't be lazy. Simple copy trading, random wallets, and thinking this whole cycle you'll just get away with that and make massive profits. You're delusional. Like, this is how people get burnt. It's a good idea in theory. And if a wallet has a decent win rate and you find a bot that actually works and that can actually trigger at the same time and actually trigger sells the same time as well, and then hope that this wallet that was making money doesn't suddenly stop making money, or the trader decides to use one of their other many wallets to trade from. Just be careful about those things. There's many obstacles to this. Not a bad idea if you want to try it. Try a little bit of copy trading. But if you don't understand the basic principles of trading meme coins, over the long term, you will struggle. Over the long term, very likely, you're not going to make anywhere near as much as you otherwise would have. And that's why I recommend following a mentor. It doesn't have to be me. It could be anybody, any experienced trader that you can actually learn from. I've shown you in previous videos these call channels on Telegram. There are literally thousands of them. Nothing wrong with keeping an eye on them. Maybe they'll give you an idea for a coin that might be trending right now that you may have just missed on deck screen or something. Nothing wrong with that. And they'll definitely shill all of their wins and stuff like that and not really talk about the many losing trades. But even on here, call groups is not enough. Like, call groups won't teach you how to trade meme coins. They might give you a couple of little pointers here. But now's the time to learn. We've not got long left in this cycle, maybe 6 to 12 months, and then it's done. Maybe not even that for meme coins. Meme coins might be part of it. I don't know. Like, nobody has a crystal ball. So learn from someone. If you're interested in mentoring with me, it's first link in description below. Definitely an investment. But in any business or any niche, to get any kind of high quality education, you invest in your learning. So that's a decision for you to make, obviously, and it depends on your finances. But regardless, get learning. Start with free videos like I have on my channel. And my final tip, if you're brand new, like new, start very small. Like if you have 10 SOL, that's your trading balance. Start small positions, 0.1, then build up to 0.3, 0.5 positions in SOL. That's plenty big enough, especially if you're getting into coins early. And you're going to have to spend a lot of time on newer coins. So Mudeng is a very well-established coin. It's not one for you to trade. You're not going to make any multiples on that. However, when Mudeng was a new coin and it first launched, and it was in that kind of 1 million to 3 to 5 million area, that's when it was a good coin to trade. That's the kind of sweet spot here. If you're brand new, I wouldn't go straight onto pump.fun either and try and trade stuff that's just been launched. Very difficult. You have to use a lot of tools, a lot of scams on there. You have to be very careful. I would say start with the 1 to 5 million and just try and make some small flips and begin from there. Hope you have found this video useful. Thanks for listening.